Publishes Ageless Living magazine, Michael Forbes, who has a Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy. Good morning, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thanks for being with us. This morning we're going to talk about different ways to treat depression and other forms of brain dysfunction. So let's start with hormones and the role they play in mental health, by your estimation.
Well, progesterone is the biggest hormone that's lacking, mostly in women now. It declines after age 25. And it's based on the foods we eat. The more processed foods, it breaks down your hormone cascade and it pushes more hormones converting into estrogen rather than progesterone. And so as we age, we lose progesterone, which is heavily linked to ADHD in children and mental health, including depression in men and women, actually.
Goodness. So other than not eating highly processed foods, which seem to be everywhere, we're so busy, people don't, cook the raw stuff as much, or have, organics. I guess more people are doing that. But by and large, it's problematic because we're busy people and we're eating processed food. Yeah.
Exactly. It's it is more inconvenient to eat raw, healthy green vegetables. I have a solution, though, through Ageless Living Nutrition. So I have a chef that will pre-cook. Well, a lot of it's raw, actually, but it's a version of the paleo diet, basically, and it's made in mason jars. You have actual very healthy, organic, paleo-based diet with all your greens and veggies ready to go. And so I've kind of been going down the rabbit hole of overall well-being. Started out as a pharmacist and noticed clearly there was a difference in patient outcome in terms of their health with bioidenticals versus conventional medicine. And once you start treating women and men through those means, you start seeing that the diet is often a huge component. And if you're not fixing the diet and the hormones and getting the workout, you're not getting all the pieces to the puzzle together, so you're not going to get the results you need. And so I've just been more and more going down this rabbit hole of overall well-being, which has led me into the Neuro integrator. So now I have the heads of psychiatry working with me on helping your brain function better, which basically will help 68% more effective than medication in treating ADHD and ADD, and it is 80% more effective than treating depression than conventional medicine.
Let's roll it back here and start with bioidenticals. What are those? What do you mean by that?
Bioidentical hormones are the exact hormones that are in your body naturally. They're not natural source. Some can be derived from a natural source, but they're hormones that are the exact chemical makeup in your body now.
So these are things we ingest because we're having difficulties?
As you age or as you eat processed food, you will start losing proper portions of those hormones, so your body won't function properly. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we will test you via blood, saliva, and urine, see where your hormones are at, and then we will supplement you back to a previous balanced level or a younger age, and people will feel remarkably better.
And you say that we will do this. Who does that?
So we have a team of pharmacists, nutritionists, health coaches, and doctors. So they're GP doctors. They've had 30 years experience, and they've gone to extensive medical training in the States for anti-aging medicine and hormone balancing. And myself and my pharmacists have done the same. And we have a team approach to having an integrative, holistic outlook on the patient's diet. We brain map them with the Neuro integrator. We test all the diagnostics.
Let's stop there and tell us what the Neuro integrators are.
The Neuro integrator is basically a computer program, just like an ECG, so an electrocardiograph, that will test your heart electric pathways, but it's for your brain. So in your brain, you will have an electric current and a resting state. And so we will measure that resting state of your brain and compare it to, there's a database of over 20,000 other brains, and we will see what does a depressed brain look like compared to your brain, or what what does a brain that has ADHD have compared to your brain, or fibromyalgia, or anxiety, or it goes on and on. And then so once you have your map done of your brain, we can compare it to what the problems could be, and then we have it's called a biofeedback. You'll be put on a program where you're watching a TV screen, or it's going to be a movie or a video game, and it does sound, and then you'll have these really sexy goggles that have flickering light, and your brain will be measuring the inputs from the movie you're watching and the sound and the lights, and it'll cause your brain to be able to see the movie properly when your brain is in the right frequency. And when it's not in the right frequency, it'll become fuzzy, and the sound will change, and the light will flicker. So you'll be struggling trying to watch the movie or play the game. And so it'll train your brain to be in the right frequency to counteract the imbalances that you've had over the years or from injury.
Michael, where are you doing all this testing?
I have multiple clinics in town. I do most of the nutrition part out of the Ageless Living Market, which is on Johnson Street, and we do the Neuro integrator out of the Ageless Living Wellness Center on Gorge, and it's moving up to VGH where that new development is going in the fall. And
is any of this covered under medical services in this province?
It can be covered. Yes, it can, and it's exciting now because I'm in discussions with Dr. John Copen and Brenda Copen are the heads of adult and child psychiatry, and with them involved, they can have it fully covered for almost anyone. So it's revolutionary.
They can have it covered for almost anyone. Sorry,
yeah.
What does that mean?
Because of under the traditional medical system now, only some extended medical plans will do it. Mm-hmm. But with psychiatrists involved, they can have it covered under their general visit. You have to have a referral, but yes.
A referral to your clinic?
From your MD. Mm-hmm. The patient has to have a referral from their MD to see the psychiatrist.
To see the psychiatrist?
Yes.
And any psychiatrist or just these two psychiatrists?
I only have these two so far, but I'm hoping that we can have the whole medical community be involved.
And if people get referrals to these two psychiatrists, then what will be covered? What kind of testing, different tests that are, perhaps not as mainstream now as they may be in the future? What would people be in line to get done?
Not sure yet. We're going down that rabbit hole now.
Okay, when we come back, more with Michael Forbes, president of the Forbes Group. We're talking about mental health issues all week here on CFAX 1070. Stay with us.